I'm fascinated by the idea of actually building a factory that is called uh, Empathy Factory. So the concept of the factory is as a imaginary factory যেখানে as an input you put a small child, and the child goes through different experience, different kind of changes, inputs inside the factory, and after a few years when the child uh, gets out of the factory, the child becomes an empathic person, become a creative person, become a person who is self-independent and can take action of his own. Um, so this all kinds of different, you know, characteristics trait in a child that the factory allows, and then so the whole idea is if you build that factory and you put in 30 million children, like Bangladesh এখন right now we have 30 million children, and put them into this factory and give all these, you know, experiences, contents and resources, and learning opportunities, and after a few years when they all come out of that, you know, imaginary factory, all of these children will become, you know, empathic, highly creative individual, um, strong moral foundation. um, uh, so what will happen then is we are going to have a generation, uh, you know, 20 years from now, in Bangladesh, or like if you do it globally, then globally in all the countries, we're going to have a future generation who can actually take the world into a way better place than it is currently now. Um, I'm fascinated by this whole idea. Now the real question is how do you build that factory? Um, so so আমরা গত 5 বছর, almost 5 years, we've been working on this, you know, big idea. And we realized we actually don't need to build a physical factory because there are already small factories out there uh, who are not necessarily doing a very good job, uh, but can turn into a good factory of producing good human being by helping them with the right resources, you know, right mindset, and right kind of collaboration. So one such factory is obviously the schools. You know, from the primary to একদম class 12 পর্যন্ত, children spend 14-15 years in these schools and then get into the university, which is kind of you can consider as another kind of a factory where from we're actually getting adults who are getting into jobs to meet the demand of the society, right? So schools can be one such distributed, you know, factories, and at a very micro level, individual homes or houses are the other small factories where children grow up to become an adult. সো তার মানে হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশে রাইট নাও আমাদের প্রায় 1 লাখের মতো প্রাইমারি স্কুল আছে, এবং এই 1 লাখ প্রাইমারি স্কুলে মোটামুটি 2.5-3 কোটি বাচ্চা পড়াশোনা করছে, and if we can equip those schools with the right resources, right contents, providing the right kind of skills and training to the teachers so that they will understand how to you know, build a better human being, then the schools will themselves turn into a kind of this imaginary factory from where we're not just aspiring to produce better students but also aspiring to produce better human beings. And I think, like, as a society, that is something that we should aspire to actually build, you know, produce better human being than better students. Uh, and also from the in a small micro factory, which is like family, if we can provide the right tools and resources to and kind of right education to the parents, um, and 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 if a lot of parents start to think in that way, these households, these small families, this they can be also a wonderful small unit um, of this empathy factory, from where the children will eventually become a better human being. So from my perspective, the organization that we are working with, Light of Hope, is to actually facilitate and support all these micro factories, the schools, the institutions, and also the families with the right kind of tools, right resources, and right education and training, so that all these small factories can function efficiently and have the knowledge and capacity to produce better human beings. Um, and if you put them collectively together, so Aklak Primary School, you think them as a distributed, small factories, and all the households, you put them together and then become. So this is kind of a Airbnb model, right? Like you actually don't need a real physical, factory to produce better human being. But since there are already small factories out there in the society, in the country, you can simply use them, support them, and help them to function better, right? And that's where I think Light of Hope is working on, is to produce the right contents, produce the right resources, supporting teachers and parents uh, to make sure that uh, their precious children and students get the opportunity to become a better human being, a smart and efficient and intelligent, creative human being. Um, and that is something that we've been working on for some time now. And so so far, I am I am convinced that this is the right path to go about it. Um, we're having some wonderful partnership with few organizations, and we also have a number of partnership with different schools. We're seeing the changes happening among children, among parents and teachers, and we're really excited to see how it functions when it scales at a national level, and then we can probably think about at a global level. Um, but this is something that we're really excited to work on, and let's see how it turns out. If I live long enough, hopefully I'll see a huge change in 20, 30 years time in this country, and then probably around the world. So stick around.